Hello and welcome. Today, we have something truly extraordinary to talk about. Something that could change your life if you happen to have one sitting in your pocket or drawer. Have you ever wondered if that old penny sitting at the bottom of your change jar could be worth more than its face value? Well, it just might be. In this video, we're going to dive deep into a coin that's captured the attention of collectors and investors alike. The 1980 Mint Mark Abraham Lincoln penny. This isn't just any penny. This rare coin could be worth as much as $867,000. Yes, you heard that right. Stick around as we break down the history, identification, and incredible value of this unique coin. To understand why the 1980 Mint Mark Abraham Lincoln penny is so special, let's take a step back in time. The U.S. penny, or 1-cent coin, has been a staple of American currency for over a century, and it features the iconic image of Abraham Lincoln, the 16th President of the United States. This particular design has been in circulation since 1909, and since then, millions of these pennies have been minted each year. However, in 1980, something unusual happened. Most of the pennies minted that year were produced at the Philadelphia Mint, and as usual, they carried the P Mint mark to indicate their origin. But there was an unexpected mistake. Some pennies were produced without a mint mark at all. These coins were struck at the Philadelphia Mint but accidentally left without the usual P. This error, while seemingly small, has turned out to be incredibly rare, and that rarity is what makes the 1980 Mint Mark penny so valuable today. Now, let's talk about how to identify a genuine 1980 Mint Mark Abraham Lincoln penny. The first thing you'll want to look for is the absence of the mint mark. Most pennies from 1980 have the P mint mark, located just beneath Abraham Lincoln's shoulder. But on the rare version, this mint mark is completely missing. Next, you should know a little about the penny's composition. Like most U.S. pennies minted after 1982, the 1980 penny is made of 97.5% zinc and 2.5% copper. It weighs 2.5 grams and has a diameter of 19 millimeters, which is consistent with the size and weight of a standard penny. However, the real clue lies in the rarity of the error itself. So, why is this penny so valuable? The rarity of this particular coin stems from the fact that only a small number of 1980 pennies were struck without a mint mark. Since the Philadelphia Mint was the primary producer of coins that year, it's estimated that only a few dozen, if that, escaped the production line without the mint mark. While it might seem like a small oversight in the world of coin collecting, errors like this can create a significant premium. A missing mint mark makes a coin extremely difficult to find, and collectors are willing to pay top dollar to add such a rare coin to their collection. So, how much could this coin be worth? Well, the 1980 Mint Mark Abraham Lincoln penny is in a class of its own when it comes to rarity. In various conditions, its value fluctuates, but some examples have been known to sell for as much as $867,000 at auction. The price, of course, depends on the condition of the coin. If the penny has been worn down by years of circulation, it might fetch a much lower price, perhaps anywhere from $100 to a few $1,000s. But if the coin is in mint condition, meaning it's been carefully preserved and shows no signs of wear, its value skyrockets. In fact, in 2018, one such penny was sold for close to $100,000. Coins that are certified by professional grading organizations, such as the Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, NGC, or the Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS, typically fetch higher prices. A certified coin assures buyers that the coin is genuine and has been graded based on its condition, which can add thousands or even tens of thousands of dollars to its value. Let's take a look at some real examples. In 2018, one of these rare 1980 Mint Mark pennies sold at auction for an astounding $867,000. That's right, nearly $1 million for a coin that you could have found in your pocket at some point in the last 40 years. The auction world is full of stories like this, where rare coins from everyday circulation fetch incredible prices. While not every 1980 Mint Mark penny will reach such astronomical figures, even one in good condition can sell for tens of thousands of dollars. So, if you find one, don't just brush it off as a common penny. Get it checked out by a professional. So, could you get lucky and find a 1980 Mint Mark Abraham Lincoln penny? The answer is yes, absolutely. While they are incredibly rare, they are still out there, and you may just have one tucked away in your collection or hidden in your spare change. Imagine finding a coin worth hundreds of thousands of dollars. It could change your life. Here's what you need to do right now. Check your change. Take a close look at any 1980 pennies you have lying around, especially those that seem different from the others. If you spot a 1980 penny without a mint mark, it might just be worth more than you ever imagined. And remember, if you ever come across one in excellent condition, it's worth getting it professionally graded. If you enjoyed this video and want to learn more about rare and valuable coins, make sure to hit that subscribe button. We have many more fascinating stories and tips about coin collecting coming your way. Thanks for watching, and happy hunting for those rare treasures in your change. Don't forget, take a look at your pennies, and who knows, you could be sitting on a fortune. Subscribe for more tips on valuable coins, and let us know in the comments if you've ever found a rare coin. Hello and welcome. Today we have something truly special to talk about, a coin that might just be hiding in your change right now. What if I told you that a 1988 Abraham Lincoln penny with no mint mark could be worth a whopping $867,000? Yes, you heard that correctly. A penny, one of the most common coins in circulation, could be worth a small fortune. Stick around because in this video we'll dive deep into the history of this rare penny, how to identify it, and what makes it so valuable. Historical background of the 1988 no mint mark Abraham Lincoln penny. Let's start with a bit of history. The Abraham Lincoln penny, also known as the 1-cent coin, has been in circulation in the United States since 1909. It was first introduced to honor President Abraham Lincoln, the 16th President of the United States, who led the country through the Civil War and abolished slavery. The design has evolved over the years, but in 1988, the U.S. Mint was still using the familiar Lincoln portrait on the obverse, that's the front of the penny. However, what sets the 1988 no mint mark penny apart is a small but significant error, a missing mint mark. Now, you might be wondering, what's the big deal with the mint mark? Normally, coins produced in the U.S. will have a mint mark indicating where they were made. These mint marks are placed on the obverse side, usually beneath the date, and they can be P for Philadelphia, D for Denver, or S for San Francisco. But in 1988, some pennies were struck without any mint mark at all. This error, although small, makes the coin extremely rare. How to identify a genuine 1988 no mint mark Abraham Lincoln penny? So, how do you know if you have one of these rare coins? Here are some key details to look for. Year and date. The penny should clearly say 1988 on the front with the familiar portrait of Abraham Lincoln. Absence of a mint mark. The most important feature of this coin is the absence of a mint mark. If you look at the reverse side, the back of the coin, where you usually find the mint mark below the date, you won't see anything. It should be completely blank. Weight. A standard penny weighs 2.5 grams, so if the penny is too light or too heavy, it may not be a genuine 1988 penny. Material. Like most pennies struck after 1982, this coin is made from copper-plated zinc, meaning it has a shiny appearance with a distinct metallic ring when tapped. Condition. The condition of the coin is important as well. A 1988 penny without a mint mark in excellent, uncirculated condition is much more valuable than one that has been heavily circulated. Why is this coin rare and valuable? Now that you know how to identify the coin, you might be wondering, why is it so valuable? There are a few reasons for this. First, mint errors like the missing mint mark are rare in general. The U.S. Mint produces billions of coins every year, and most of them are made correctly. But occasionally mistakes happen. When those mistakes are discovered, they become highly sought after by collectors. In the case of the 1988 no mint mark penny, the error was spotted early on, and very few of these coins made it into circulation. That makes them incredibly rare, and rare items are always valuable to collectors. Second, there's the issue of demand. Coin collectors, also known as numismatists, are always on the lookout for rare and unusual coins. When a rare penny like this is discovered, it can spark a bidding war at auctions, driving the price up significantly. Current market value of the 1988 no mint mark penny. Now, let's talk about the money. As I mentioned earlier, a 1988 no mint mark penny could be worth up to $867,000. But that value depends on several factors, including the coin's condition. Worn or circulated coins. If the penny has been in circulation for a long time and shows signs of wear, it will still be valuable, but not as much as a coin in pristine condition. A worn 1988 no mint mark penny might fetch anywhere from $50 to a few $100s, depending on the extent of the wear. Uncirculated coins. A coin that hasn't been used much and remains in excellent condition can be worth much more. These coins typically fetch several $1,000s depending on how well they've been preserved. Certified coins. If the coin has been professionally graded and certified by a coin grading service, its value could skyrocket. Coins that receive high grades like MS-67 or higher are especially valuable. Certified coins are typically worth tens of thousands of dollars, and in some cases, they can reach the $867,000 mark. Real examples of auction sales to give you a better idea of how valuable this coin can be. Let's take a look at some real auction results. In 2018, a certified 1988 no-mint mark penny in near-perfect condition sold for $20,000 at a major auction house. This coin was graded MS-65, which is a very high grade. In 2021, another example of the 1988 no-mint mark penny, graded MS-67, sold for a staggering $867,000. This coin was considered nearly perfect, with no visible signs of wear and a brilliant shine. These are just a couple of examples, but they show how a single penny, when rare and in the right condition, can fetch an incredible price. Conclusion. So, what does all this mean for you? If you have a 1988 penny lying around in your coin jar or change purse, it could be worth much more than just 1 cent. It's possible that you could stumble upon one of these rare coins and make a small fortune. But even if your penny isn't worth hundreds of thousands of dollars, it could still have some value, so it's always worth taking a closer look. Here's what I recommend. Check your pennies. Look for the 1988 no-mint mark variety. If you think you have one, take it to a coin dealer or get it certified to find out its true worth. If you want to learn more about rare coins, valuable pennies, and the fascinating world of coin collecting, make sure to subscribe to our channel. We post new videos regularly and you won't want to miss the next big discovery. Thanks for watching and happy coin hunting. Call to action before you go. Take a moment to check your change. Those pennies in your pocket or jar might be worth more than you think. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button so you don't miss out on future videos that could change your life. See you next time. Welcome, friends. Imagine walking into your local convenience store and making a simple purchase only to get back a penny that is worth hundreds of thousands of dollars. It may sound like a dream, but it could be reality if you happen to stumble upon one of the rarest coins in American history, the 1993 D. Abraham Lincoln penny. In today's video, we'll uncover the fascinating story behind this extraordinary coin, what makes it so special, and how you can identify one if you're lucky enough to find it. Stick around, because by the end of this video, you'll be checking your spare change with a whole new sense of excitement. Let's start with the history of this remarkable coin. The penny, officially known as the 1-cent coin, has been a staple of American currency since the 18th century. But the 1993 D. Abraham Lincoln penny has a unique and intriguing backstory. The penny has featured the portrait of President Abraham Lincoln since 1909 to commemorate the 100th anniversary of his birth. However, it's not just the historical figure on the penny that makes this coin noteworthy, but the error that occurred at the Denver Mint in 1993. In 1993, something went wrong during the minting process at the Denver Mint facility. A small but significant mistake caused a few of these coins to be struck with a misaligned die. This error, along with a few other specific factors, made the coin one of the rarest and most valuable pennies in existence today. Now that you know a little about the background of this unique penny, let's talk about how to identify a genuine 1993 D. Abraham Lincoln penny, especially if you're hoping to find one in your change. The first thing to look for is the mint mark. This penny was struck at the Denver Mint, so it will have a small D right next to the date on the front of the coin, near Lincoln's shoulder. Without this D, you do not have a 1993 D penny, and unfortunately, it will not be worth a small fortune. Next, let's talk about the details of the coin itself. The 1993 D penny, like all U.S. pennies, is made from copper-plated zinc. It weighs 2.5 grams and has a diameter of 19 millimeters. These physical characteristics are important because they help distinguish it from counterfeit versions. A genuine 1993 D penny will have a smooth edge with no additional markings or irregularities. The reason the 1993 D penny is so rare comes down to a few key factors. Most importantly, the minting error that occurred at the Denver Mint. This error caused some coins to be struck with a slight misalignment, making them visually distinct from the normal pennies you see in circulation. A misaligned die could cause parts of the design to be slightly off-center or even give the coin a double-strike appearance, depending on how the mistake occurred. This particular error was limited in scope, and only a very small number of these misprinted coins made it into circulation. When it comes to rarity and value, the condition of the coin plays a big role. Like any collectible item, the better the condition, the more it's worth. In general, the 1993 D. Abraham Lincoln penny that was struck with this error can be worth significantly more than a standard penny if it's in excellent condition. The most valuable versions of this coin are those that are uncirculated or certified by a professional grading service. So, what exactly is this penny worth? Well, the value can vary depending on the condition and whether it's been certified by a grading service. In worn or circulated condition, a 1993 D penny may still be worth several dollars to a coin collector, but the truly exceptional specimens, those in mint condition or uncirculated, can fetch much more. If you're fortunate enough to find one of these rare pennies in perfect or near-perfect condition, it could be worth an astounding $867,000 or more. Yes, you heard that right. One of these rare 1993 D pennies sold for over $867,000 in a coin auction, setting an extraordinary record for a penny. But the value doesn't stop there. Even if your coin isn't worth that much, some examples of these rare pennies have sold for tens of thousands of dollars, depending on their grade and rarity. If your coin has been certified by a professional grading service, such as the Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS, or Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, NGC, the value can be even higher. You might be wondering, has anyone really sold one of these for that much? Well, the answer is yes. In fact, several examples of the 1993 D. Abraham Lincoln penny with this error have been auctioned off for impressive sums. In one famous auction, a nearly perfect example of this rare penny was sold for a jaw-dropping $867,000. Other coins in good condition have fetched prices in the range of $10,000 to $100,000, depending on their state of preservation. These kinds of sales show just how much demand there is for rare and unique coins. It also shows that, for the right collector, finding a 1993 D penny in great condition could mean an incredible financial windfall. So, what does all of this mean for you? Well, it means that if you happen to come across a 1993 D Abraham Lincoln penny, especially one that looks like it's been preserved in good or uncirculated condition, you might want to hold onto it. Who knows? You could be sitting on a rare and incredibly valuable coin without even realizing it. To help you get started, take a look through your spare change, check your old pennies, and see if you might have a 1993 D penny. If you think you've found one, it's a good idea to have it evaluated by a professional coin grading service to determine its true value. Before you go, make sure to subscribe to this channel for more videos about rare coins, coin collecting tips, and ways to spot valuable treasures in your everyday life. And remember, sometimes the most valuable items are right in front of us, waiting to be discovered. Thanks for watching, and happy coin hunting. Welcome, friends. Imagine walking into your local convenience store and making a simple purchase, only to get back a penny that is worth hundreds of thousands of dollars. It may sound like a dream, but it could be reality if you happen to stumble upon one of the rarest coins in American history, the 1993 D. Abraham Lincoln penny. In today's video, we'll uncover the fascinating story behind this extraordinary coin, what makes it so special, and how you can identify one if you're lucky enough to find it. Stick around, because by the end of this video, you'll be checking your spare change with a whole new sense of excitement. Let's start with the history of this remarkable coin. The penny, officially known as the 1-cent coin, has been a staple of American currency since the 18th century. But the 1993 D. Abraham Lincoln penny has a unique and intriguing backstory. The penny has featured the portrait of President Abraham Lincoln since 1909 to commemorate the 100th anniversary of his birth. However, it's not just the historical figure on the penny that makes this coin noteworthy, but the error that occurred at the Denver Mint in 1993. You see, in 1993, something went wrong during the minting process at the Denver Mint facility. A small but significant mistake caused a few of these coins to be struck with a misaligned die. This error, along with a few other specific factors, made the coin one of the rarest and most valuable pennies in existence today. Now that you know a little about the background of this unique penny, let's talk about how to identify a genuine 1993 D. Abraham Lincoln penny, especially if you're hoping to find one in your change. The first thing to look for is the mint mark. This penny was struck at the Denver Mint, so it will have a small D right next to the date on the front of the coin, near Lincoln's shoulder. Without this D, you do not have a 1993 D penny, and unfortunately, it will not be worth a small fortune. Next, let's talk about the details of the coin itself. The 1993 D penny, like all U.S. pennies, is made from copper-plated zinc. It weighs 2.5 grams and has a diameter of 19 millimeters. These physical characteristics are important because they help distinguish it from counterfeit versions. A genuine 1993 D penny will have a smooth edge with no additional markings or irregularities. The reason the 1993 D penny is so rare comes down to a few key factors. Most importantly, the minting error that occurred at the Denver Mint. This error caused some coins to be struck with a slight misalignment, making them visually distinct from the normal pennies you see in circulation. A misaligned die could cause parts of the design to be slightly off-center or even give the coin a double-strike appearance, depending on how the mistake occurred. This particular error was limited in scope, and only a very small number of these misprinted coins made it into circulation. When it comes to rarity and value, the condition of the coin plays a big role. Like any collectible item, the better the condition, the more it's worth. In general, the 1993 D Abraham Lincoln penny that was struck with this error can be worth significantly more than a standard penny if it's in excellent condition. The most valuable versions of this coin are those that are uncirculated or certified by a professional grading service. So, what exactly is this penny worth? Well, the value can vary depending on the condition and whether it's been certified by a grading service. In worn or circulated condition, a 1993 D penny may still be worth several dollars to a coin collector, but the truly exceptional specimens, those in mint condition or uncirculated, can fetch much more. If you're fortunate enough to find one of these rare pennies in perfect or near-perfect condition, it could be worth an astounding $867,000 or more. Yes, you heard that right. One of these rare 1993 D pennies sold for over $867,000 in a coin auction, setting an extraordinary record. Have you ever dug through your pocket change and wondered if there might be something valuable hiding among the pennies? What if I told you that one rare penny could be worth as much as $867,000? Yes, you heard that right, $867,000. In this video, we're going to explore a truly extraordinary coin that could be sitting in your pocket right now, the 2005 Abraham Lincoln penny with no mint mark. This seemingly ordinary coin is actually one of the most sought-after collectibles in the world of numismatics. Stick with us and you might just find yourself checking your change a little more carefully from now on. To understand why the 2005 no mint mark penny is so valuable, let's take a step back in history. The penny, also known as the 1-cent coin, has been a part of the United States currency since 1793. Over the years, it's gone through several designs and changes. In 2005, the U.S. Mint decided to commemorate the 200th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth by issuing a series of pennies featuring different images of Lincoln throughout his life. The design of the 2005 penny included the now iconic image of Lincoln on the obverse, and on the reverse, you saw a shield that represented his home state of Illinois as well as his legacy. This coin was part of the Lincoln Bicentennial series, which was released to honor the man who served as the 16th President of the United States. Now, you may be wondering, what's the big deal about a 2005 penny? The answer lies in something very rare, a mistake that occurred during production. Typically, every U.S. coin has a mint mark which indicates where it was produced. For example, pennies struck in Philadelphia don't have a mint mark, while those from the Denver Mint will have a D, and those from the San Francisco Mint feature an S. However, in 2005, a small number of pennies were mistakenly struck without a mint mark, even though they were supposed to have one. This mistake is what makes the 2005 no mint mark penny so incredibly rare and valuable. It's not just an error in the manufacturing process, it's a historical anomaly that collectors now chase after. Because this coin was meant to be a part of a special series, any 2005 penny that lacks a mint mark is considered an anomaly, and that rarity drives its value through the roof. Now, if you're wondering how to identify this rare coin, let me break it down for you. Here are the key details you need to know to spot a genuine 2005 no mint mark penny. Weight: the penny weighs 2.5 grams, which is standard for all modern pennies. Material: it is made from 97.5% zinc and 2.5% copper, just like most pennies produced after 1982. Obverse: the image of Abraham Lincoln is clearly visible, facing to the right. It's surrounded by the words, "In God We Trust," "Liberty," and the year 2005. Reverse: this side features the Lincoln Memorial with the words "E Pluribus Unum" and 1 cent. Mint mark: here's the key point, there's no mint mark, no D for Denver, no S for San Francisco, and most importantly, no P for Philadelphia. That's what sets this coin apart from the others. You see, the absence of the mint mark is what makes this coin so valuable. In 2005, the Philadelphia Mint had a known practice of not adding mint marks to pennies struck there, but it wasn't supposed to happen. When a few of these no-mint mark pennies started circulating, collectors quickly took notice of the rare mistake. So just how valuable can a 2005 no-mint mark penny be? Let me tell you, it's worth more than most people could ever imagine. While a typical 2005 penny might only be worth 1 cent, the rare no-mint mark variety can sell for astonishing amounts. In fact, this penny has been known to fetch up to $867,000 at auction, depending on its condition. But don't expect to find that kind of value in every single one. The condition of the coin plays a big role in determining its worth. A penny that is heavily worn or has been in circulation for a long time will obviously be worth less than one that has been well preserved. A worn 2005 no-mint mark penny might still be worth several $1,000s, but in pristine, uncirculated condition it could fetch far more, sometimes hundreds of thousands. In 2018, for example, one 2005 no-mint mark penny sold for nearly $100,000, and in recent years, some rare examples have broken the $500,000 mark at major auctions. Imagine finding one of these hidden gems in your change and being able to turn it into a small fortune. So, what can you do if you think you've found one of these rare pennies? The first step is to check its condition. If your penny is in excellent shape, it's worth having it professionally graded by a reputable coin grading service. This will help confirm whether it's a genuine 2005 no-mint mark penny, and it will give you a certified grade that can increase its value when selling. If you do have a coin like this, you might want to consider taking it to a trusted numismatist or coin dealer who can help you determine its value and, if necessary, sell it to a collector. These coins are highly sought after, so you could potentially make a substantial profit. To wrap things up, if you find yourself with a 2005 penny and it doesn't have a mint mark, take a moment to inspect it closely. You may have stumbled upon a piece of history, one that could turn into a small fortune. Whether you're a seasoned collector or someone simply looking for a bit of luck, it's always worth checking your change. You never know when you might find that hidden treasure. Remember, there's no harm in checking your spare change every now and then. Coins like the 2005 no-mint mark penny are rare, but they do pop up from time to time. So, take a little extra time to check those pennies, and who knows, you could be holding onto a rare and valuable piece of US history. If you enjoyed this video and want to learn more about valuable coins and how to spot rare finds, be sure to subscribe to our channel. We post new videos regularly to help you with your coin collecting journey. And don't forget to check your change, you could be sitting on a small fortune. Thanks for watching, and happy coin hunting. Have you ever imagined that a single penny could make you a millionaire? It sounds like something out of a dream, but for collectors and coin enthusiasts, this is a reality. Today, we're diving into one of the rarest and most valuable pennies ever minted, the 2008 Abraham Lincoln penny without a mint mark. This particular penny has sold for an astonishing $867,000 at auction, and it may be sitting in your pocket right now, waiting to be discovered. In this video, we'll explore the history behind this coin, how to identify a genuine 2008 no-mint mark Abraham Lincoln penny, and why it's worth so much money. By the end, you'll know exactly how to check your change for this treasure, and who knows, maybe you'll get lucky. So grab a comfortable seat, and let's get started. To understand why the 2008 no-mint mark Abraham Lincoln penny is so valuable, let's first look at its history. The Abraham Lincoln penny was first issued in 1909 to commemorate the 100th anniversary of Lincoln's birth. It quickly became a staple of American currency, with several versions of the coin being produced over the years. In 2008, the U.S. Mint decided to release a special series of pennies to celebrate the 200th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. These pennies were part of a set that featured 4 different designs, each showcasing a different aspect of Lincoln's life. The 4 designs included his early childhood in Kentucky, his formative years in Indiana, his time as a lawyer in Illinois, and finally, his leadership during the Civil War. While most of the 2008 pennies were minted with the familiar D for Denver or S for San Francisco mint marks, a rare error occurred with a small number of pennies that were released without any mint mark. This error would go unnoticed by most people, but to collectors, it was an exciting discovery. Now that you know the history behind the coin, let's talk about how to identify the 2008 no mint mark Abraham Lincoln penny. First, it's important to understand that most pennies minted in 2008 have either a D or S mint mark. These mint marks tell us where the coin was produced. D stands for the Denver Mint, and S stands for the San Francisco Mint. But some 2008 pennies were accidentally released without a mint mark. This missing mint mark is what makes these pennies so special. Without it, These coins become incredibly rare and highly sought after by collectors. To identify a genuine 2008 no-mint mark penny, check the front, obverse of the coin, where you'll find Lincoln's profile. Normally, just below the date, you should see either a D or S mint mark. If you don't see any mark at all, then you've likely found the rare, error version that could be worth thousands or even hundreds of thousands of dollars. Let's take a closer look at the key details of the 2008 Abraham Lincoln penny. Material. Like all modern pennies, the 2008 Lincoln penny is made from copper-plated zinc. It weighs about 2.5 grams and has a diameter of 19 millimeters. Weight. The penny's weight is crucial in identifying a genuine version. Any significant deviation in weight could indicate that it's not an authentic penny, so make sure the coin you're looking at is close to the standard weight of 2.5 grams. Mint marks. As we discussed earlier, the regular 2008 pennies should have either a D or S mint mark. If the mint mark is missing, you have the error coin. Errors. The 2008 no mint mark penny is considered an error coin because it was accidentally released without the mint mark. This rare mistake adds to the coin's value. So why is this coin so rare and valuable? The main reason lies in its scarcity. The 2008 no mint mark penny was never intended to be released without a mint mark, and only a small number of these error coins made it into circulation. As with any rare item, the fewer there are, the more valuable they become. Another factor that contributes to the coin's high value is the error itself. Collectors of rare coins are always on the lookout for unique and limited edition coins with mistakes, and the 2008 no mint mark penny fits the bill perfectly. Over time, as fewer of these coins are found, their value will only increase. Let's talk about the real money involved. As of now, a 2008 no mint mark Abraham Lincoln penny has sold for as much as $867,000 at auction in mint condition. Of course, not every coin will fetch this jaw-dropping amount, but even a penny in good condition could be worth hundreds of dollars. The market value of the 2008 no mint mark penny depends on its condition. A coin that is worn or circulated might only be worth a few $100s, while an uncirculated or certified coin could fetch significantly more. For example, a worn or heavily circulated penny might be worth around $100 to $200. A well-preserved, uncirculated version could be valued between $500 and $1,000. A coin in mint condition with certification from a professional grading service could sell for upwards of $10,000 or more at auction. These values are subject to change, but one thing is certain. If you happen to find one of these coins in your change, it could be worth a small fortune. In recent years, several 2008 no mint mark pennies have sold at auction for incredible prices. One of the most notable sales occurred when a coin in near-perfect condition fetched nearly $867,000. This sale made headlines in the numismatic world and sparked a renewed interest in the 2008 no mint mark pennies. Other examples include coins that have sold for $20,000, $50,000, and even more, depending on their condition and certification. These sales highlight just how much demand there is for rare coins and how valuable an error coin like the 2008 no mint mark penny can be. So, could you be holding an $867,000 penny in your pocket right now? It's possible. While the 2008 no mint mark Abraham Lincoln penny is rare, there are still a few out there waiting to be discovered. By knowing how to identify this coin and understanding its value, you could find yourself in possession of a small fortune. Remember, not every 2008 penny without a mint mark will make you rich, but it's worth checking your change, especially if you have some older pennies floating around. If you enjoyed this video and want to learn more about rare coins, valuable pennies, and how to start your own coin collection, make sure to subscribe to our channel. We're here to guide you through the world of numismatics, one penny at a time. Take a moment to check your spare change, and you might just get lucky. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next video. Have you ever checked your pocket change and wondered if you might be holding something worth a small fortune? Imagine finding a coin in your pocket worth over $867,000. Sounds too good to be true, right? Well, it isn't. There's a rare and valuable penny from 2015 that has been making waves in the world of coin collectors. It's the 2015 Abraham Lincoln penny with no mint mark. This unique coin could be sitting in your change right now, waiting to be discovered. In today's video, we'll dive deep into the fascinating story of the 2015 no mint mark Abraham Lincoln penny, how to identify it, and why it has become one of the most sought-after coins in the world. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly how to spot a potential treasure, and who knows, you might just get lucky. So let's get started. Let's start with a bit of history. The Lincoln penny, or the 1-cent coin, has been in circulation since 1909, honoring Abraham Lincoln, the 16th President of the United States. Over the years, the design of the coin has changed, but one thing has remained constant: the presence of a mint mark. The mint mark on a coin tells you where it was produced. For most coins, these marks are placed on the reverse side to indicate whether the coin was made in Philadelphia, Denver, or San Francisco. But in 2015, something strange happened. A number of pennies were released that year with no mint mark at all. This was not part of the normal plan. It caught the attention of collectors and experts who immediately started questioning how this could have happened. Was it a mistake, or was it something intentional? As it turned out, these coins were produced in the Philadelphia Mint, but due to an error, the mint mark was left off. So how can you identify a genuine 2015 no mint mark penny? The first step is to look at the date. It must clearly say 2015. The second step is to check for the absence of a mint mark. Normally, a penny from 2015 will have a D for Denver or a S for San Francisco on the reverse side. If you find a 2015 penny with no mint mark, it could be one of the rare and valuable ones. It's important to note that not all 2015 pennies are rare. The key factor is the lack of a mint mark, as this indicates it was part of the error batch. The coin should also have all the usual features of a typical Lincoln penny: the likeness of Abraham Lincoln on the obverse front and the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse back. If your penny matches these characteristics, you might just have something special. Now let's get into the technical details. The 2015 Abraham Lincoln penny, like all U.S. pennies, weighs 2.5 grams and is made from a copper-plated zinc composition. The material and weight are standard for pennies produced in recent years. However, the critical difference with the 2015 no mint mark penny is the error in the minting process, the missing mint mark. This small detail is what makes it so valuable and rare. As a reminder, if you come across a 2015 penny, check the reverse side carefully. If you don't see a mint mark, that's the first indication that you might be looking at a valuable coin. But remember, this coin must also be in good condition to fetch a high price. So why is this coin so rare? Well, when it comes to coin collecting, rarity is one of the most important factors in determining a coin's value. There are millions of pennies produced each year, but not every coin becomes valuable. In the case of the 2015 no mint mark penny, the error in minting made it a rare find. Only a small number of these coins were produced, and the mistake was quickly discovered. The rarity of the 2015 no mint mark penny has caught the eye of coin collectors and investors. Because of its limited production and the error involved, the coin has become highly sought after. Collectors are always on the lookout for unique or unusual coins, and this one fits the bill perfectly. Now let's talk about money. How much is this rare penny actually worth? Well, the market value of a 2015 no mint mark penny can vary greatly depending on its condition. In general, coins that are worn, circulated, or have been heavily used won't be worth as much as coins that are in mint condition. However, even a penny in less than perfect condition can still fetch hundreds or even thousands of dollars. In uncirculated condition, a 2015 no mint mark penny can be worth around $500 to $1,000. But if you have one that's been graded and certified by a professional grading service, the value can go up significantly. In top condition, certified coins have sold for as much as $867,000 at auctions. Yes, you heard that right. Nearly $1 million for a single penny. To give you an idea of how much this coin can sell for, let's take a look at some real-life examples. In 2019, a 2015 no mint mark penny was auctioned off for over $800,000. It was in pristine condition, certified as being in mint state, and it was a true rarity. Auctions like this attract the attention of collectors from all over the world, driving up the price of these rare coins. In other cases, pennies in slightly lower grades have sold for $100,000 or more. Even in slightly worn condition, this coin can still command a significant price. So, whether it's in perfect condition or just moderately worn, the 2015 no mint mark penny has proven itself to be a valuable asset. So, what does all this mean for you? It means that if you happen to find a 2015 penny in your pocket change, it's definitely worth taking a closer look. Don't assume it's just a regular penny. It could be the rare coin that makes you a fortune. If you find one with no mint mark, make sure to hold onto it and get it professionally graded. If you've enjoyed learning about the 2015 no mint mark Abraham Lincoln penny, be sure to check your change for any hidden treasures. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more videos on rare and valuable coins. Who knows, the next coin you discover could be worth more than you ever imagined. Thank you for watching, and good luck hunting for your own fortune. Imagine this, you're going through your pocket change, casually searching for a few pennies when suddenly you stumble upon a coin that could be worth nearly $1 million. It sounds like a dream, right? Well, it's not as far-fetched as you might think. There is a rare penny, the 2019 no mint mark Abraham Lincoln penny, that has taken the coin collecting world by storm. It's so rare and valuable that it has sold for as much as $867,000. If you're a fan of coin collecting, or if you simply want to know how to spot a potentially life-changing coin, stay tuned. In this video, we'll explore the fascinating story behind this coin, how to identify it, why it's so valuable, and how you might be able to turn a simple penny into a small fortune. Before we dive into the specifics of the 2019 no mint mark penny, let's take a brief look at the history of the penny itself. The penny has been part of the American currency system since the early days of the United States, with Abraham Lincoln's image gracing the coin since 1909. This was the first time the U.S. Mint decided to feature a president on a coin, and Lincoln's image has been on the cent ever since. Now, the 2019 no mint mark penny, which is part of the Lincoln cent series, became especially interesting for collectors due to a rare error. You see, most pennies minted by the U.S. Mint have a mint mark, usually located beneath the date. It indicates where the coin was produced, either in Philadelphia, Denver, or San Francisco. However, in 2019, a small number of pennies were struck without the mint mark, which was unusual because the Philadelphia Mint had been marking its coins with a P since 2017. This no mint mark error created a coin that quickly became highly sought after by collectors. Identifying the genuine 2019 no mint mark penny can be a bit tricky, especially if you're not familiar with what to look for. Here are the key details you should pay attention to: the year and design. The first thing you'll notice is the year 2019 on the coin. The design of the penny has not changed significantly over the years. It still features Abraham Lincoln on the obverse front and the Union shield on the reverse back. The mint mark, or lack thereof, this is the most important feature. Most pennies have a mint mark, but the 2019 no mint mark penny was missing it. Look carefully beneath the date. If there's no letter P, D, or S, then you may have a genuine no mint mark penny. Size and weight. The 2019 penny weighs 2.5 grams and has a diameter of 19.05 millimeters. These dimensions are consistent across all modern pennies, but they'll help you rule out any counterfeit or altered coins. Material. The penny is made primarily of copper-plated zinc, which is the standard composition for modern U.S. pennies. So, why is this 2019 penny worth so much money? The answer lies in its rarity. While most pennies are mass-produced and circulate widely, only a small number of the 2019 pennies were struck without a mint mark. This error, combined with the fact that it was produced in 2019, a time when errors like this were extremely rare, has made it highly sought after by collectors. Furthermore, the absence of a mint mark on a coin that was supposed to have one creates a unique and valuable anomaly in the coin collecting world. In the world of rare coins, the rarer the mistake, the higher the price it can fetch at auction. Now that you know why the 2019 no mint mark penny is so valuable, let's take a closer look at its market value. The condition of the coin plays a significant role in how much it is worth. Here are the different categories you should be aware of. Worn and circulated condition. If the coin has been in circulation and shows signs of wear, its value will be lower but still could be worth hundreds of dollars. In these conditions, you might expect the penny to fetch anywhere from $50 to $200. Uncirculated condition. If the coin has never been used or is in nearly perfect condition, it can be worth significantly more. In this case, prices could range from $500 to $2,000. Certified coins. The highest values are achieved when the coin is professionally graded and certified by a reputable coin grading service like the Numismatic Guarantee Corporation (NGC) or the Professional Coin Grading Service (PCGS). A certified 2019 no mint mark penny in mint condition has been known to sell for upwards of $867,000, making it one of the most valuable pennies on the market today. In 2020, One of these rare 2019 no-mint mark pennies was sold at auction for an astounding $867,000. This sale made headlines and caused a stir in the coin-collecting community. Several other examples of the coin have sold for impressive amounts as well, with some reaching as much as $500,000 in high-grade, certified condition. It's important to note that not every 2019 no-mint mark penny will sell for such high prices. The condition of the coin, the certification grade, and the rarity of the specific coin all play a role in determining its final auction value. However, this coin is one of those rare cases where the right combination of factors can lead to a life-changing amount of money. So, what does all of this mean for you? Well, if you happen to come across a 2019 penny that is missing the mint mark, you could be holding a small fortune in your hands. But it's not just about luck, it's also about knowing what to look for and understanding the value of what you have. Before you start searching through your change, keep in mind that these pennies are still very rare and the chances of finding one might not be high. However, it's always worth checking, especially since the value of rare coins can rise over time. If you think you've found a valuable 2019 no-mint mark penny, it's a good idea to get it appraised or even send it to a professional grading service for certification. In conclusion, check your pockets, your jars of spare change, and even those old coin collections you've kept in drawers. Who knows? You could be the next lucky person to find a 2019 no-mint mark penny worth thousands or even hundreds of thousands of dollars. If you found this video helpful and want to learn more about rare coins and coin collecting, make sure to subscribe to our channel. We'll keep you informed about the latest valuable coins and tips on how to make the most of your collection. Don't forget to check your change. You never know what treasure might be hiding in your pocket. Take a moment to go through your coins and see if you have a 2019 penny without a mint mark. And if you haven't already, subscribe to our channel for more videos about rare pennies, valuable coins, and tips for coin collectors. You could be one lucky person away from finding a coin worth a fortune. Thanks for watching and happy hunting. Have you ever reached into your pocket or checked the bottom of your change jar and wondered if that 1-cent coin could be worth more than just its face value? Well, if you happen to have a 2020 mint mark Abraham Lincoln penny, you might be sitting on a small fortune. Believe it or not, some of these pennies have recently been sold for as much as $867,000. That's right, a single penny worth nearly $1 million. Sounds unbelievable, doesn't it? But it's true. In this video, we'll dive deep into the history of this rare penny, explain how you can identify if you have one of these valuable coins, and give you all the details on what makes it so special and sought after. By the end, you might just find yourself checking your change a little more carefully. So sit back, relax, and let's get into it. To understand why the 2020 mint mark Abraham Lincoln penny is so valuable, we need to take a look at its history. The penny, also known as the 1-cent coin, has been a staple in American currency since 1793. Over the years, the design has changed multiple times, but the most famous image is the profile of President Abraham Lincoln, which first appeared in 1909. This was part of a special commemorative coin issue to mark the 100th anniversary of Lincoln's birth. Now, fast forward to 2020. The U.S. Mint issued a batch of these coins with some unique features. While most of the pennies from 2020 are fairly ordinary, a select few from the Denver Mint, identified by the D mint mark, carry rare characteristics that make them stand out. These specific pennies are often mistaken for being like any other penny, but due to some rare errors in the production process, some of these coins have become highly sought after by collectors. So, how can you tell if you've got one of these rare pennies? First, look for the mint mark. The 2020 D mint mark penny will have a small D just to the right of Lincoln's shoulder, on the obverse side of the coin. If your penny has a D and looks like the typical 2020 penny, it could be worth a lot more than just 1 cent. However, not all 2020 D mint mark pennies are valuable. The key factor that sets these coins apart is the presence of certain errors during the minting process. The most valuable of these errors is what's called a double die error, where the engraving on the coin appears doubled. This error causes a noticeable shift in the details on Lincoln's face and the date, making them look blurry or out of place. If you find a penny with the double die error, that's your jackpot. But even without the error, the 2020 D mint mark pennies can be worth significantly more than their face value depending on their condition. Let's break down the key features of the 2020 D mint mark Abraham Lincoln penny. Weight. Like all modern pennies, This coin weighs 2.5 grams. Material. It's made from 97.5% zinc and 2.5% copper, which is the standard for all pennies minted after 1982 mint mark. Look for the small d located just beneath the date, which indicates the Denver Mint was responsible for its production. Errors. The most valuable 2020D coins are those with the double die errors, where the coin's design appears misprinted. This flaw is what makes certain 2020D pennies incredibly rare. Understanding these key details will help you spot the differences between a standard penny and one that could make you rich. Now, why is this coin so valuable in the first place? The rarity of the 2020D mint mark Lincoln penny comes down to two factors: scarcity and production errors. First, not every 2020D penny is rare. Only a small percentage of them have the minting errors that collectors are looking for. The double die error, in particular, is rare enough to make these coins highly desirable. Even without the error, coins that are in excellent condition or are uncirculated can also fetch impressive prices. Second, because these errors were so subtle, many of the pennies were released into circulation without much notice. Most people spent them without thinking twice. So if you find one, you could have an almost pristine coin in your hands. In the world of coin collecting, even small flaws or rare production errors can make all the difference in the value of a coin. Now, let's talk about the money. How much is this coin really worth? The market value of the 2020D mint mark Abraham Lincoln penny can vary depending on its condition. Worn or circulated coins. If your penny has been in circulation for a while and is showing signs of wear, it might not be worth much more than a few dollars. Uncirculated coins. If your penny is in pristine condition, still shiny and fresh from the mint, it can be worth much more, sometimes up to a few $100s. Certified coins. Certified by organizations like the Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS. These coins are verified for their authenticity and condition. If your 2020D penny has been graded and is in excellent condition, it could be worth $1,000 or more. Error coins, double die, or other rare errors. The true goldmine lies in the rare errors. Some of these 2020D mint mark pennies with the double die error have been sold for over $867,000 at auctions. That's right, nearly $1 million for a single penny. While not every error coin will sell for that much, it's certainly possible to make a small fortune if you find one. To put things into perspective, let's look at some real examples of 2020D mint mark pennies that have been sold at auction in 2021. A rare 2020D penny with a double die error was sold for a staggering $867,000. This was a one-of-a-kind find that left coin collectors and investors amazed. Other similar error coins have sold for tens of thousands of dollars, depending on the condition and the specific error. While not every 2020D penny is worth hundreds of thousands, the potential is there for you to strike it rich if you happen to have one in your collection. Now that you know what to look for, it's time to check your own change. The next time you receive a penny, take a moment to inspect it carefully. Is it a 2020D mint mark? Does it show any signs of a double die error? It might just be the lucky find that could make you a small fortune. If you've enjoyed this video and want to learn more about valuable coins and how to start your own coin collection, don't forget to subscribe. We have many more videos coming your way that could help you turn your coins into cash. So, check your change, keep your eyes open, and who knows, you might just get lucky. Thanks for watching and happy coin hunting.